The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Carl Jung. Welcome, Sigma ladies. Have you ever encountered someone who shifts your entire perspective on relationships? Someone who doesn't just walk into your life, but shakes its very foundation? If you've ever been drawn to a Sigma female, you know she isn't like anyone else. She is magnetic, yet mysterious, fiercely independent, yet deeply introspective. But how do you know if your connection with a Sigma female is more than just coincidence? How do you recognize the hidden signs that she is your soulmate, not just in this lifetime, but across lifetimes? Today, we'll uncover 8 unconventional and powerful signs that you and a Sigma female are soulmates. These are not your typical relationship cliches. These are the silent, profound, and life-altering signals that can only be understood by those who have truly encountered them. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Sigma Lady and join our community, where we embrace depth, independence, and unshakable self-awareness. Now, let's begin our journey into the signs of a soulmate connection with a Sigma female. When you meet a Sigma female, one of the most unexpected and profound signs that you are soulmates is the sense of déjà vu, an overwhelming feeling that you've known her before. It's not just a fleeting moment of familiarity, but a deep, almost spiritual recognition that defies logic. You might feel as though you've met her in another life, in another dimension, or even in a dream. From the first conversation, there is an ease between you, as if you're continuing a dialogue that started long before this moment. This is not a typical first meeting filled with awkward small talk or forced politeness. Instead, it feels like coming home, as though you are reconnecting with someone who was always meant to be in your life. Unlike most connections that take time to build, this one is instant. There is an immediate understanding, a silent agreement between your souls that words cannot fully capture. You find yourself mirroring her thoughts, finishing each other's sentences, or anticipating her reactions without effort. But why does this happen? Some believe that when two people have shared past lives together, their energy carries a blueprint of their previous encounters. The soul remembers, even when the mind does not. That is why, when you meet a Sigma female who is meant to be in your life, you feel a pull toward her that is beyond attraction. It is a soul recognition. This familiarity goes beyond surface-level traits. It's not about common interests or similar backgrounds. It's about the feeling of belonging, as if she has always been part of your story. When you are around her, there is no need to impress or prove yourself. She sees you for who you truly are, and in return, you see her, not just as a person, but as a reflection of something deeper within you. You may also experience strange synchronicities. Maybe you both have eerily similar life experiences, or you've crossed paths before without realizing it. Perhaps she mentions a place she's always wanted to visit, and it turns out to be the exact place you've been dreaming of going. Or maybe you both share a strong emotional response to the same piece of music, the same book, the same philosophy on life. These are not coincidences. They are clues that your souls are intertwined in ways beyond the physical world. A Sigma female is not someone who easily lets people in. She guards her energy, protects her solitude, and chooses carefully who she allows into her life. But if you feel this instant familiarity with her, and she feels the same with you, that is an incredibly rare and powerful sign that you are connected on a level most people will never experience. This feeling of having known her before also manifests in the way you navigate conflict. Unlike typical relationships where misunderstandings create distance, with a Sigma female, conflicts feel like an opportunity to understand each other better, not a reason to pull away. Even in moments of disagreement, There is an unspoken knowing that the bond between you is not fragile. It is something that has withstood time itself. When you are apart, you might still feel her presence in your life. Maybe you see things that remind you of her in unexpected places. Maybe you dream about her, not in the typical way, but in a way that feels like a continuation of your shared journey. Maybe, even when she is not around, her voice lingers in your mind, her wisdom echoing in your decisions. This is not infatuation or obsession, it is resonance. A Sigma female by nature does not form bonds easily. If you feel that you have known her forever and she feels the same, this is a rare alignment of souls that should not be ignored. Most people spend their lives searching for a connection that transcends time, logic, and physical presence. If you have found it with a Sigma female, you are experiencing something that goes beyond attraction, beyond compatibility. It is destiny at work. And that, my Sigma ladies, is the first undeniable sign that you and a Sigma female are soulmates. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked signs that you and a Sigma female are soulmates is the way your energy shifts when she is near. It's not just about feeling excited or intrigued by her presence, it's deeper than that. When she's in the same space as you, the air feels different. There is an unspoken magnetic pull, a shift in frequency that you can't quite explain, but you feel it. A Sigma female carries an aura that is unlike anyone else's. She walks into a room, and without speaking a word, people notice. But when you are around her, it's different. It's not just awareness, it's alignment. Your body responds to her presence before your mind can fully process why. Your heartbeat changes, your thoughts sharpen, and suddenly the energy around you feels charged with something indescribable. Have you ever been around someone who makes you feel more like yourself? Someone whose mere presence brings clarity to your thoughts and depth to your emotions. That's what it feels like when you are with a Sigma female who is meant to be in your life. But this energy shift isn't just about attraction, it's about frequency compatibility. Science has shown that people's brainwaves sync up when they are deeply connected. The same happens on an emotional and spiritual level. When you are with your soulmate, your energy fields naturally harmonize, creating a sense of ease and effortless connection. With a Sigma female, this connection is unique. Unlike others who may adapt themselves to fit into relationships, she remains unapologetically herself. And yet, despite her strong sense of individuality, when she is around you, there is no resistance, only flow. You do not feel the need to force conversations, prove your worth, or try to fit into her world. Instead, your energies blend in a way that feels natural, as if they were always meant to coexist. There is also an undeniable peace in her presence. While many relationships are fueled by drama, insecurity, or an unspoken need for validation, a connection with a Sigma female feels different. You don't feel the pressure to entertain or impress her. Instead, her presence brings you a sense of calm, a quiet reassurance that you are exactly where you need to be. Have you ever been in a relationship where being with someone felt draining, where you had to adjust your energy constantly to match theirs, leaving you exhausted? That will never be the case with a Sigma female soulmate. She does not deplete your energy, she elevates it. You feel more focused, more grounded, and more inspired in her presence. But here's what makes this connection even more profound. This energy shift happens even when you are apart. Maybe you wake up thinking about her out of nowhere. Maybe you sense her emotions, even when she hasn't spoken to you in days. Maybe you feel a strange pull towards certain places or experiences that remind you of her. This is because your energies are still connected, even when you are not physically together. Some might call it telepathy. Others might see it as intuition. Either way, the truth is undeniable. When two souls are connected on a deep level, they remain linked beyond time and space. This energy shift is also reflected in the way you handle challenges together. With most relationships, disagreements can feel heavy, filled with tension and unresolved emotions. But with a Sigma female soulmate, even moments of conflict feel transformative rather than destructive. You both approach issues with a level of emotional intelligence that allows for growth rather than division. She will not engage in unnecessary drama, nor will she waste time on meaningless arguments. If you and she are soulmates, even your most difficult conversations will feel constructive, honest, and filled with a mutual desire to understand one another. One of the strongest indicators of this energetic connection is how you feel when she is away. If her absence creates not just a longing, but a palpable shift in your emotional state, it's a sign that your connection is beyond the ordinary. It's not about dependence or obsession, it's about resonance. Some connections fade when distance is introduced, but a true soulmate connection remains alive, no matter how much space or time separates you. If you've ever experienced this with a Sigma female, the shift in energy, the unspoken alignment, the telepathic pull, know that what you share is something that most people will never fully understand. It is a meeting of energies that were always destined to find each other. And that, my Sigma ladies, is the second undeniable sign that you and a Sigma female are soulmates. Being with a Sigma female is not about predictability or routine, it's about transformation. She does not settle for a life that is stagnant, and if you are truly her soulmate, neither do you. One of the strongest signs that your connection is deeper than the ordinary is the way she awakens something in you that you didn't even realize was dormant. A Sigma female is not the kind of woman who seeks to complete someone. She is already whole on her own. Instead, she inspires you to expand beyond your limits, to evolve into the person you were always meant to be. If you are her soulmate, you will notice a distinct shift in your mindset, your ambitions, and even your sense of self. You might start questioning things you previously accepted without thought. You might find yourself drawn to new ideas, deeper conversations, and unexplored perspectives. This is because a Sigma female does not just challenge you, she activates your potential. She sees beyond the version of yourself that you present to the world. She recognizes your strengths, your weaknesses, your hidden desires, and even your fears. But instead of trying to mold you into something that benefits her, she encourages you to become the best version of yourself for your own sake. This kind of connection is rare. Most relationships operate on a level of mutual convenience. People get together because it feels comfortable, easy, or because they share common interests. But with a Sigma female, it's different. There is nothing comfortable about the way she makes you think, question, and grow. She does not coddle your insecurities. Instead, she forces you to confront them, not because she is harsh, but because she refuses to let you settle for a life lived at half capacity. She knows what you are capable of, and if she is your soulmate, she will push you toward it, even if it means challenging the version of yourself that you thought was enough. This transformation is not always easy. It can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling at times. But deep down, you know it's exactly what you need. You feel an undeniable drive to improve, to seek more from life, to stop living passively and start shaping your own destiny. Have you ever been in a relationship where everything felt predictable, where conversations were repetitive and there was no real intellectual or emotional stimulation? That will never be the case with a Sigma female. With her, there is always something new to learn, something profound to discuss, something meaningful to experience. She does not engage in shallow connections or meaningless interactions. Every moment with her has depth, and if you are truly aligned with her, you will find that your entire perspective on life begins to shift. You might notice that. You no longer tolerate mediocrity in any aspect of your life. You become more self-aware, recognizing patterns in yourself that you once ignored. You feel an intense urge to level up, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to fear. A Sigma female does not need you to change for her. She simply awakens the part of you that was always meant to evolve. If you find yourself feeling more alive, more driven, and more in touch with your true self since meeting her, it is not a coincidence. It is because your souls are meant to push each other toward greatness. But here's the most important thing. This transformation goes both ways. If you are her soulmate, you challenge her just as much as she challenges you. She's used to walking alone, making her own rules, and living life on her own terms. But if you have entered her life in a meaningful way, it means that you have something that she respects, something that intrigues her, something that makes her rethink her own boundaries. A Sigma female does not let just anyone affect her. If she allows herself to be vulnerable around you, if she finds herself considering new possibilities because of you, if she sees you as an equal rather than just another person passing through her world, then you are not just another connection. You are part of her transformation, just as she is part of yours. This is what makes a soulmate bond with a Sigma female so rare. It is not based on external circumstances, fleeting emotions, or societal expectations. It is based on growth, on evolution, on pushing each other towards something greater. If you have felt this shift, if you have looked at yourself and realized that you are no longer the same person you were before meeting her, then you are experiencing something profound. And that, my Sigma ladies, is the third undeniable sign that you and a Sigma female are soulmates. A soulmate connection with a Sigma female is not only about emotional alignment or mutual growth, it's also about the profound sense of peace she brings into your life. In a world that is often filled with chaos, distractions, and fleeting connections, a Sigma female offers a calm presence that feels like an anchor to your soul. This feeling is not about being dependent on her or seeking refuge in her energy. It's about a deep, almost inexplicable sense of stability and security when you are around her. It's the peace of knowing that, no matter what happens in your life, she is a constant, a rock that you can rely on, without her ever trying to change or control you. This peaceful connection is something that isn't easy to come by. Many relationships are filled with noise, constant communication, endless distractions, or the need to reassure each other of your feelings. But with a Sigma female, there is an understanding that words are not always necessary. Her presence, her energy, is enough to convey everything that needs to be said. When you're with her, you don't feel the need to constantly explain yourself or prove your worth. With a Sigma female, you are accepted as you are, flaws and all. There is no need for constant validation or attention-seeking. Instead, you feel a profound sense of acceptance. And this acceptance isn't just external, it's internal. The peace that you feel with a Sigma female comes from knowing that you are seen. You don't have to hide parts of yourself. You don't have to wear a mask. And you don't have to present a version of yourself that is filtered or edited for others' approval. She sees the real you, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and still chooses to be there. If you have ever felt nervous, insecure, or exhausted trying to maintain a sense of control in your relationships, you know how rare this feeling is. In most relationships, there is an unspoken pressure to keep things exciting, to keep up appearances, or to live up to someone's expectations. But with a Sigma female, There is none of that. She isn't interested in superficial gestures or chasing constant highs. Instead, she craves authenticity, depth, and a calm connection that requires no effort other than to simply be yourselves. This peace is not just something you feel in the good times. When life gets difficult, when obstacles arise, or when the world seems to be in chaos, a Sigma female brings a quiet strength that keeps you grounded. You may be dealing with external stressors, but when you are with her, you feel like you can breathe again. Have you ever been in a relationship where, even when things were difficult, you felt drained or overwhelmed by the emotional weight of it all? With a Sigma female, her strength, her calmness, and her wisdom provide a sense of balance. She does not add to your worries. Instead, she offers a sense of clarity that helps you navigate the challenges of life with a clearer perspective. The true beauty of the peace she brings is that it is never forced. She does not try to fix you, nor does she try to make things perfect. Instead, she gives you the space to be, to face your fears, your insecurities, and your flaws without judgment. It's the peace of knowing that you are enough in her eyes, even when you feel like you are falling short of expectations in the world around you. This feeling is mutual. If you are her soulmate, you provide her with the same peace. You don't create drama, and you don't add to the noise of her already busy world. You understand that she needs her own space, her own solitude, and her own time to recharge, and you respect that. You offer her the peace of knowing she is supported without being smothered, valued without being overwhelmed. A Sigma female is self-sufficient. She does not need anyone to complete her. But with you, there is a natural peace, a sense of equilibrium that makes her life more balanced and more fulfilling. When you come together, there is a peaceful coexistence, a harmonious relationship that is rooted in respect, understanding, and mutual support. The peace you share is not fragile. It's a bond that remains steady through the ebb and flow of life. Whether you are facing exciting moments or challenging times, the quiet stability of your connection remains unshaken. This is one of the rarest forms of love, a bond that does not depend on external factors or constant effort, but on an inherent understanding and mutual appreciation. When you are with a Sigma female, you realize that life doesn't have to be chaotic or noisy to be meaningful. In fact, some of the most profound connections are those that are silent, yet deeply understood. If you've ever felt this deep sense of peace with someone, where you can just be in the moment, with no expectations or distractions, you are experiencing the quiet strength of a soulmate bond with a Sigma female. And that, my Sigma ladies, is the fourth undeniable sign that you and a Sigma female are soulmates.